Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Thursday. All right, guys. Well, we are in Vegas. As you can see, I'm in my hotel room, but this is going to be a fun weekend. Now, yesterday we were on a plane, we were on flights all day from like 4 o'clock in the morning until I think around like 7 p.m. our time on the East Coast. So it was a long day. It was a long travel day. But then, of course, all of these things are coming out. And I wanted to take the time today to talk about the stories that came out. That way I get ahead of it because I know that, well, BravoCon, it's just going to be headline after headline. It's going to be insane. So with that, we're back to talk about Heather Gay calling out Monica Garcia, but Monica Garcia is also calling out Heather Gay. This one's going to be interesting. Smash the like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, and let's jump right in. Okay, guys, so we're going to start here. This is where it began.
To pay $35,000. How's she paid?
No, and it's upwards of, I think, like 60, and it just grows every day. But we have a summary judgment, and eventually we'll get paid. But it's important to pay your bills.
I would imagine you would never want to film with her again.
She's not my friend, and she's not in my life, and she's certainly not a customer at Beauty Lab. So I don't know how I would.
She was ordered to pay $35,000.
Okay.
How's she paid?
My gosh. So a lot of the fans are not happy about this because they feel like, well, one, they feel like Monica got kicked off the show. She was pushed off the show by the women, especially like Heather Gay. And they are saying, this is what they're saying. They're like, well, if you didn't push her off the show, she would have had the money to pay this bill. And then they're also saying, well, she just had, a new baby. She is not on TV anymore as of right now, unless they eventually bring her back. And so how do you expect her to pay this? But I think Heather Gay is more so like, that's not my problem. This is what Monica said.
So Heather Gay did an interview where she said
She was ordered to pay $35,000. How's she paid?
No, and it's upwards of, I think, like 60, and it just grows every day. But we have a summary judgment, and eventually we'll get paid. But it's important to pay your bills.
I would imagine you would never want to film with her again.
She's not my friend, and she's not in my life, and she's certainly not a customer at Beauty Lab.
what's going on with all of that, Monica Garcia?
Right.
What's the tea, girl?
There are multiple things at play here. First and foremost, I just want to clear this up because this is important. The bill with Beauty Lab and Laser was never $35,000. People are getting this confused, and I obviously have heard that interview. I had several people send it to me, and they're getting that confused. Like, how does someone get $35,000 worth of Botox? You don't. I didn't. The bill was $2,000. This is literally all stemming from $2,000. The $35,000 number is what she is saying with lawyers' fees and all this kind of stuff. That's the number she's asking for. Okay. That is not the bill. The bill was $2,000 of that $35,000 total. The rest, $33,000, whatever, is lawyers' fees and whatever the free.
But the King is streaming on all platforms.
I mean, I'm just wondering too how this is going to pan out. It is crazy, like $33,000 in lawyers' fees, like over a $2,000 bill. It's a little insane to me, but okay, we're going to move on. Speaking of Heather Gay, she appeared on Watch What Happens Live and addressed multiple controversies. The alleged plane meltdown by Meredith Marks, the denial of hookup claims involving Captain Jason, and also alleged leaks by Lisa Barlow. When it comes to the plane incident, Heather said that the first class cabin was about 9 out of 10 seats, like full housewives plus production. So it was like a celebrity no-touch zone. And that perhaps the usual security air marshal intervention didn't occur because of their status. But regarding Meredith's version of the events, Meredith claimed that the meltdown lasted about 15 minutes and that if the things were that bad, an air marshal would have intervened. Heather pushed back. She said it went longer and that other cast members described Meredith as yelling throughout the flight and being unhinged. Oh, this is not going to go well either. Meredith is not going to like that. Speaking on that, well, 2Ts did speak on that. Here we go.
At home, they said Meredith had a freak out.
Somebody can record Todd texting with a mistress on they're going to record screaming and yelling on a flight.
They have such a tight pact on not recording things.
How come it wasn't leaked?
Lisa Barlow says to her husband when she's coming back eating the chicken nugs,
Chick-fil-A or whatever it is. Wendy's. I'm pretty sure it's Wendy's.
She says that clearly Meredith had lost her mind and lost her.
Yeah.
But then when she's talking to the other girls later, she seems to have changed her tune a bit.
You would think if it was that big of a scene, people would be recording it.
I don't know.
I agree
I
with
feel
that.
like why we don't have any footage of this must have been how bad it was.
Oh, we
But
got to get
did
to the
it
bottom
happen or
of
did it-
this. There's something missing. I'm sorry.
I know. On the flight.
I mean, I agree. I also agree on that. I think that there's something missing from this story. That's an interesting take that Teddy has. Like, well, maybe it was so bad that there wouldn't be a recording of it. But then also I agree with Tamara. I can see both perspectives on this. If it was that bad, wouldn't there be a recording of it? Like, it's not like they were just filming a scene where there's no other civilians around, right? Okay. All right. Now on the Captain Jason hookup claims, Heather said, because Captain Jason denied these, she said, if that's how he defines nothing, that's fine. She's still implying that there was something, or at least she believes so, even though he publicly said, no, this is not true. But when it comes to Lisa Barlow leaking stories, Heather said that she has absolute receipts, proof, timeline, screenshots that Lisa is behind leaks to the media, and she accused Lisa of being in denial. This will be an interesting reunion. I'll tell you guys that. Now, going back to the Meredith and Brittany meltdown on the plane, Brittany allegedly brought up TikTok rumors about Meredith's husband, Seth, and Meredith's reaction escalated aboard a flight from the yacht trip. According to Heather and others, it, again, was yelling and maybe they said even perhaps hair pulling, demand for phones, and what in the actual is going on? What happened? I hope honestly they get to the bottom of this at BravoCon, because this one's gonna be crazy. Okay, guys, smash the like button, show some love. If you guys are not subscribed, get subscribed. Welcome back to Up and Adam Channel 2. Like I said, if you didn't join members for Channel 1, please go ahead and join members, because that's going to be an interesting ride as well. But yeah, we're doing a lot of members only content this weekend too for BravoCon. So see you later. Bye guys.